We will chill all the guns of the foe and still get ready. Airborne from skies of blue, ready to go. We're coming through. Make the jumps and take your boats today. Let's go, put on your boots, your jumping boots, your parachutes, get all those gliders ready to attack today. Hook up or we'll be gone. Pouring our check into the dawn.
And today on Have a Knife Day, well, it's Christmas, so we're going to call it Knifemas. It's Knifemas Day. Did you get any knives for Christmas? Did Santa get it to you? Did your family, or did your Secret Santa, which is you, get you the knife you've been looking at? I got a knife for Christmas, and a long time ago, I used to work for a military surplus store, All-American Military Surplus. And my good friend that is one of the owners gave me a kukri. So with that in mind, every time I talk about kukris, I bring out my Nepalese kukri. Because, for people who own kukris, it's important to give a nod to the people in culture that manufactures kukris for themselves and for the Gurkhas, etc., etc. So here is my Nepalese kukri. And here it is. It's got wax on it. It's just to protect it from rust and what have you. It does have the two small companion blades. I'm not going to show you this. I do have a video of this. Now, this particular one comes from Khukuri House. And this is known as the Jungle Afghan because apparently during the Afghan War, since England was one of our allies, and the thing about England is they have Gurkha regiments. And these people are just fantastic. I have a lot of love and respect for the Gurkhas and the legendary blade that they carry for so long, even before being included into the British military. So what happened is one of the Gurkhas was in Afghanistan, and traditionally these are black and everything, and they were clashing with their camouflage. So they said, hey, make us something that would blend in with the environment in Afghanistan, and poof, there it is. Now, the blade specifications on this is blade length 10 inches, 25 centimeters, handle length 4.5 to 5 inches, spine thickness is 0.7 centimeters to 0.9 centimeters, net weight 650 grams to 750, shipping weight 1,000 grams, blade finish semi-polished. And another thing I like to do with this big boy is pull out the calipers and measure the spine thickness. This is 0.374 inches. So this bad boy, this Jungle Afghan Kukri, is a beast of a blade and can handle many, many chores. Now, with that in mind, my good friends, I give you the Kabar. So there's that right there. Let me adjust something here. Now, this is the Kabar Combat Kukri. They have something bigger, but the funny thing is I used to sell these when I helped out over at the surplus store. So there is a lot of history for me with these blades. So this has a nylon dangler, and then you're going to notice that it has this, and this is for the molly loops that you see on the modern military gear. Mind you, this is black, so it might clash a little bit here and there. But it's easy for this to be put onto a rucksack or maybe a drop leg or the multitude of molly equipment that the modern military, and to be quite honest, quite a few backpacks and etc. have the molly set up today. So here this is. There is a secondary. So, and well, gee whiz, that has a hard plastic liner to it. See the hook loop here. We also have a rubber retainer. So this could take a knife of its own, a fixed blade from the Kabar line, of course. Maybe a BK something or another would easily fit in here as a secondary blade. Well, this one does the predominance of work. We'll put this over here, and you'll also see the snap retainer. Put that here. And off to the side. So this has a BK9. This isn't the BK9, of course. So here is this Kukri. I own a decent amount of Kukris. Now we'll see that unlike on a Kabar a combat utility knife, what have you, it doesn't have both of these here. It just has something to prevent your finger from riding up on that blade, which would be a bad idea. This is very toothy, very, very toothy. So we're going to go ahead and put it into the sheath. You'll see how nicely ergonomic it is. Well, we're going to see here in a second, I should say. Come on, baby. There you go. There it is. This sucker ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. Pull this out, and then we'll put it in on the other side. And gee whiz, does this spin? It does spin. So this is suitable for left or right hand carry, depending on which you prefer to carry and which dominant hand that you use, of course. Put that over here. Now, let's put this over here. And as you can tell, this is, here, let me do a little bit better for you. There you go. There you go. Move the old camera back just a skosh. There you go. You can see that this is physically smaller on several areas. That's what she said. The traditional Kabar synthetic, simulating or its representation of the leather stack heritage of Kabar. And you can put O-rings on this. I've had that on many of my other Kabars. And it has the traditional rounded, and this would be considered a rat tail just as much as this one is. Now we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. And you can see you could baton like mad on this. But this is a lot lighter than this. This goes with more of a traditional swell to help you retain this, as this thing's a beast. It really, really is a beast. It has stamped USA. And this is where I ask you to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate when you do subscribe. Click notifications. I'm going to keep on buying knives. And I'll keep on sharing them with you. Because, excuse me for a second. Excuse me, a little dry out here. So, without as many brick and mortar knife shops that you can go to, surplus stores, etc., sometimes the only time you'll get to see a blade outside of a website is on blade review channels like ours here. Knife Junkie and all of our, Gideon's Tactical and all those guys, they're going out there and, spending some good money and going out there and trying to give you an educated guess if you want to pull the trigger on something like this. Now, from Kabar, this heavy-duty chopper gets its shape from its older sibling, the Kukri machete, and that is much bigger. At about 80% the size of the larger version, the Combat Kukri performs just as well at clearing brush and small tree limbs. Its smaller profile makes it a little easier for toting around. At just shy of a pound, it's a more appropriately sized tool for combat carry as well. MOLLE compatible, heavy-duty polyester sheath included. Now the technical specs, weighing in at 0.9 pounds with an overall length of 13.375 inches. Tang stamp is Kabar. Handle material is Kraton G. Knife manufactured in the good old US of A in Olean, New York. Blade width is 2.625 inches. Blade type fixed, edge angles 20 degrees, knife material 1095 Crovan, coming in at a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58. Sheath manufactured, unfortunately, that's just me, China. Blade length is 8.5 inches. Shape Kukri. Grind flat butt cap guard is 12 gauge commercial ground carbon steel. And the blade thickness is 0.165 inches. And when you compare it to this thick beast, well, gee whiz, you can definitely swing this around a lot more. And if you're just looking to do some light camp tours and things of that sort, going out there delimbing some small trees, etc., etc., you can easily do that with this. It rides lighter. This is more of a traditional sheath, and you would put it through your belt. Maybe have a belt loop separating it so it doesn't slide all over the place. A little sharpening. No, that my problem with this one is the heat treat was rather not awesome, unfortunately, and this is a sharpening steel. Now with this, you can wrap it around your leg, use some paracord. You have a place for a second knife, because what's better than one knife? Two. And it has the dangler. You know, I might send this over to Black Bear Custom Kydex. I'm pretty bound and determined to put his kids through college. I own a lot of Black Bear Kydex sheaths, and the reason why, one, he's an Army vet. Two, I believe in supporting my fellow veterans. And three, he just makes damn fine stuff. So don't be surprised one day if I come back on here with another video of this with a fine custom Kydex sheet, suspended from a belt loop. Well, there you go, my friends. Merry Christmas. I hope you and your family had a great day. And I'm going to be off on location in another place here coming up next week. I'll try to do a video, we shall see, or I'll do some videos and then I'll post them later on. And at the end of the day, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As I say, have a Merry Knifemas and a knifey New Year. See you soon.